All right, folks, welcome back to Dollhouse Drama. And today we're going to be building the roof and gable on the Vermont Farmhouse Jr, also known as the part where I question why I didn't just build a nice flat roofed bunker. But here we go. So first of all, we're going to put some glue in those little indents, as I call them, on the three triangles, which are the gable. And I do brush them out so that we get the glue all the way through, but it's not going to ooze out when we assemble it. On a side note, I am very late posting this video purely because we had a new delivery this week, a new granddaughter. Both mom and baby are doing really, really well, and I was privileged to actually watch my granddaughter being born, which was amazing. So that's why we're so late. This tacky glue and I have a very committed relationship. I'm sure at this point it's the only thing that sticks around in my life. Now everything has a good skimming of glue, I'm going to pull up 2 pieces at a time and then try and attach the third one. Close, secure, and praying nothing falls apart. Let's wipe off any excess glue. Now we wait, and by wait I mean I wrap it in painter's tape like it's a tiny little mummy. Make sure everything is completely lined up, and pull the tape quite tightly so it holds everything together. Let that all dry, remove the tape, and now we are ready to glue the gable to the roof.
Oh, finally.
I like to start off with a long piece of painter's tape, and I'm going to kind of like pull it over the front and the sides, and then we'll flip it over. And we will add the glue. And make sure you get some in that little indent or groove right there. I brush the glue all over because we don't want that oozing out once we pull it down. Okay, so now we've got our roof with all of our lines on, and we're going to place the glued gable as close to those lines that we drew last week. Then I use a ruler to line it up perfectly with the bottom of the roof and ensure that the gable is completely flush with the bottom of the roof. And I just wipe off any excess glue and I secure it with some painter's tape. And then I just make double sure that it's completely centered. Yes, I did end up putting in a window, and I'm using my fingers here to ensure that the inside is also flush with the interior around the triangle area, and then of course secure with painter's tape. Next we're going to work on the back of the house. The dark side will go on to the left, the lighter side, which will be show on the interior, will go on the right, and then on the right hand side, interior on the left, exterior on the outside. And I put some glue, wipe off any excess. And then I make sure I use a square so that it's completely lined up. And then I secure with some painter's tape. Hold it nice and secure. repeat on the other side. It's much easier if you put the painter's tape down like I did there. So much easier. And then I just doubly make sure, once again, that everything is all lined up and perfectly right angles. So now it's time to install the roof, and I'm going to show you how I did it. First of all, I did a dry fit. Nothing is glued. I've just got painter's tape holding it on. I make sure that the top floor is completely straight. And that's looking all perfect. I check and double check all the measurements. And then with the help of my husband, we lift it up and I glue it. Remove the excess glue and do the other side, and then we just drop it down. Does not appear to have moved at all. So now I'm taping that down. The back is still not glued. It's just the front. And of course, I need to get shares in painter's tape. So I let that dry overnight. And now we're going to work on the back. So I've literally just flipped the rear of the roof over. I put all the glue down. Wipe off any excess, and then I just flip the rear back down and it is in the perfect position. And I obviously use an excessive painter's tape to hold it down, and here it is with all the painter's tape removed. It now looks like a house with a roof. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. Thanks for watching. Bye.